Previously on Town Hall 10 Free to Play, we did our initial lab upgrade order. Today, let's finish out the week strong with another hero upgrade. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 7 of the Town Hall 10 Free to Play series. Today, we're going to be putting down that Archer Queen yet again to level 28. She's only been up a few hours, and in the last episode, we did our initial priority order for the laboratory, and as you can see, the laboratory is kind of empty at the moment. I'm working on the Elixir. I'm about to transition back into a barch and steal the Elixir fast. I'm going to build up for a stream that's going to be taking place in a few hours from now. We're going to be doing some barching, stealing a lot of gold, start working on our walls. I'm trying to boost myself up, start working on those level 11 walls. Level 11, right? Yeah, level 11. I had to think about that for a second. Level 11 walls, and I hope to knock out a bunch of them tonight, maybe tomorrow. It's a grind, guys. It's a grind. At the end of the day, I really believe that the walls are going to be a lot more challenging than the heroes are to max. So we do have an army train. We're going to go out and try to find ourselves a nice, decent base that we can hit and steal lots of Dark Elixir. And one of the things that I have found since going to Town Hall 10 is that Dark Elixir is in an overabundance up here. It's a lot easier to get than at Town Hall 9. I think Town Hall 9, we did a lot more grinding in the last couple of weeks on Dark Elixir than we did anything else. And so once we got to like level 25 on the Queen, I was just tapped out. I was just like, I do not want to do any more grinding at Town Hall 9. It is time to move on to Town Hall 10. And right now, it's not looking to be very pretty. So let's see if we could try to find one real quick. Oh, there we go. I didn't have to try very hard. 4,850. So, I mean, it's just like this over and over and over again. And it fluctuates. It's in Gold League. It's in Crystal League. It's in High Crystal League. It really doesn't matter where you farm as a Town Hall 10. So far, I've been in multiple different leagues, and we've been able to find tons of this Dark Elixir. And a lot of these bases are really just giving it up to us. I mean, single target Inferno Towers, that is perfect for the goblins. So we're going to drop some goblins first and grab these drills, and we might grab some other stuff along the way. We got to deal with that mortar, though. Hold on. Hold that thought. Good job, little buddies. All right, and then our storage is right there. So we're using the Town Hall 9. Really, this is a Town Hall 9 army, even though we have finished out our army camps, and now our army camps can house 240 housing space. We are basically still using a Town Hall 9 army. So this is really the same exact army we were using recently to steal Dark Elixir as a Town Hall 9. So again, things haven't changed that incredibly much. Let's use the Queen one last time before we put her down. We're going to put her down after this raid. We're going to wait for them to clear just a little bit. Let's go ahead and drop that rage right there. We have additional housing space for our spells, which helps out quite a bit. Now, we do have a wizard tower that we have to worry about right here. Let's drop our rage spell there. Let's drop our heal spell there. And let's get the Town Hall, and that way we can try to get the win and move on. Use that Queen's ability to finish this up. Drop that final wall breaker, and you'll notice that we were able to steal all the Dark Elixir. Now, granted, we weren't able to steal all of the Elixir on the base, but I was really just targeting the Dark there. Outstanding pull there. Outstanding pull. Alrighty then, and on that note, we're going to go ahead and put that Queen back down for upgrade. 127,000 Dark Elixir. This actually doesn't hurt as bad because we got it coming in so fast. Now we're back down to 13,000 again, but I'm going to continue to grind and continue to steal more Dark Elixir. That way, when the King comes back up, we can put him back down yet again. We got to try to get to level 30 at least. All right, so in the last video, we did have a comment that I kind of want to address, actually, as a matter of fact. One from Muhammad there here that says, when will you make an actual base? So I think when he says, when will you make an actual base, he's referring to when are we going to drop our Inferno Towers and build a base that is more designated for Town Hall 10. And so what I've been doing is kind of going in stages. We've really been focused in on the offense and really beefing it up to what Town Hall 10 actually is. So we've broken away from what Town Hall 9 is offensively, but we haven't quite broken away as a Town Hall 10 by building our Inferno Towers and building a defensive base. I'm going to put it like this, guys. This defensive base for global is not really... It doesn't really mean anything, honestly. Yeah, you're going to lose loot no matter what. It really doesn't matter in Global League because, or in global attacks, because Town Hall 10s are going to crush you, Town Hall 11s are going to crush you, Town Hall 12s. I've seen Town Hall 12s down here in Crystal League, and they will steal your loot. So building a base here, getting the Inferno Towers down, it is important. Yes, it is incredibly important, but it's not necessarily my top priority within the first couple of weeks of this Town Hall level. We're really focused in on the offense, and that's exactly what we've done. You'll notice that all 4 of our army camps can house 240 housing space, so now we can actually train and use a full-on Town Hall 10 army. And then you'll also notice that we've already done 2 of the 4 barracks, upgrading our 3rd right now to go to level 12 for the miners. That way we can generate our miner army efficiently without having to wait 30 to 40 minutes for that army. So there is a method to my madness. And also I want to show you an example of Inferno Towers. They don't really stop as much as you think they do. I mean, they're good. They're really good defense, but I purposely, I lost the raid. Okay, I'll put it like this. I did lose the raid, but the intent of this base, this is what's so incredibly funny about this attack, is that he's got all his heavy defenses right here in the core. There's no splash damage. You got wizard towers on the outside, but he's got all of his resources right there in the core with 2 Inferno Towers set to multi-target, as well as all 3 of his expos. Check this out. This is going to be kind of funny. Now, again, I didn't get the win. Of course, I wasn't necessarily trying to get the win. I was actually really after this guy right here, and we kind of use our goblins around the outsides to grab some dark. We drop our giants to find the giant bomb traps that are on the outside. Really intentional. We dropped the wall breakers, but we were ineffective because of the Inferno Tower. So yeah, granted, our wall breakers got shut down, but we did have a jump spell. And so we're waiting for those balloons that came out of the CC to come out, and we're going to use our queen. We're going to freeze them for a moment, allow the queen a little bit of time, and then we're going to drop a rage spell particularly on her because I want her to get rid of those balloons. They will stop an army. They're a pain in the neck is what they are. So she does her job. She takes care of most of the balloons, but she eventually does die due to the bomb and that, she didn't stay down very long. So we drop the jump, and then we drop all of our goblins. We're going to drop a rage and the heal in the core. Now watch these Inferno Towers. The Inferno Towers are roasting the goblins, but they're not being able to stop them 100%. There's no giant bombs in here. There's no mortar coverage. There's no wizard tower coverage. So he put all of his loot right here in the core for me to sweep through the base and grab it, and then I withdrew from the attack. I wasn't necessarily worried about the win, but I just want to show you that even though you build your Inferno Towers, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be able to do what you intend for them to do. And in this case, on this base in particular, we wanted to protect our loot, and it was ineffective there. So that just some advice there, or some insight on exactly why I haven't built them yet, because I'm really in no rush to build them. They will go down soon enough, but in time. Speaking of one more thing on question of the day, so we got one here from GD Acosta. Says, question of the day: is there a possibility of getting a shout out, and if yes, how? Well, there's your shout out. Thank you so much for watching the channel. We do greatly appreciate you. And if you have a question of your own, go down in the comments below and hashtag question of the day. So I'm going to find a base real quick and I will be right back. 5,185 Dark Elixir. There's so much Dark Elixir, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, so we got Dark Elixir all over this base. We got a drill right here that I was kind of targeting first. I'm going to drop a few giants here and allow them to tie up some of the defenses. Let's try to sneak some wall breakers in there and open up the space. Yes, we're going to have to deal with a wizard tower sitting there roasting stuff, but they might be able to grab it. Level 6 goblins, can you be successful with grabbing? Oh, come on, little guys. Come on, little buddies. Okay, we got wizards there, so they're going to snag up the rest of that dark. Not, maybe. Just one more shot. One more shot. Good job, little buddy.
Some say he's incredibly handsome. Others say he's the most handsome. But everyone says he's the wizard!
Okay, so we got Dark Elixir up in the top side of the base. There's a little drill right there, but that's going to be a little bit. So we're going to really target this location right here. All right, so here's one of the biggest things about this series that I really, truly enjoy. And I think there's like this misconception about this game that a lot of players fail to realize, is that I think a lot of you guys think for some reason that we are all supposed to play the same exact way. And that is definitely not the case with this game. All right, so we do have a giant right there. And one of the things that you got to realize is that you have to try to remain a little open-minded, because I like to put my own twist on things, and I'm not going to always do things like the other YouTubers that you might watch, or do things that you might see as important. And that's one of the best things about this game, is that I get to show you different methods on how to do things. Come on, guys. All right, so they're going to grab the town hall. So you got to try to be a little bit open-minded and try new things, because there might be a faster way of doing things. Is it always going to be my method? Probably not, but it's always a good idea to have different alternatives, because at the end of the day, we don't want to be just like each other, because then that would be a really boring game. I don't know about you guys, but I've played games where there's only one way to do certain things, and it gets kind of boring. So, all right, so we got most of the Dark Elixir off of this base, and I just want to extend that little message out to you. Just try to open up your mind, be positive, and try new things. 5,000 Dark Elixir, who can really complain about that, right? Break. For those of you that are prior service military, you probably said, oh, clear the net. No. So many of you have been asking over the last couple of days, like, what is hot at Town Hall 10 in Clan Wars? So I got this attack here by Elena, and Elena's been in a lot of our videos because she likes to drop some really interesting, awesome attacks. So we got that Miner Hog Rider hybrid right now that is incredibly hot as of the date of today's video. Right now, this is the hotness at Town Hall 10. Now, obviously, if you cannot get the Siege Barracks, then that might be a little bit of an inhibiting factor for you. But this is what everybody that is in the higher clans is using right now to dominate Town Hall 10 with the miners and the hog riders. And so Elena's going to start out with some funneling. We got a very funky base design. This is Clan War League, so you get to see all kinds of crazy stuff going on in Clan War Leagues. And we got the king on one side funneling, and he's got the wizard with him. You're going to see another wizard down here in the bottom side to start clearing out some buildings. That way we can push this queen walk up into the center compartment, and we're looking to get in there and take care of the clan castle troops. One of the key things when it comes to dealing or using this army is you have to eliminate whatever is in the clan castle. And in this case, I think there's like some ice golems and a balloon. So you're going to see how there's a nice funnel set here for that queen walk. And there's a jump spell purposely placed for her. She's got to deal with that multi-target Inferno Tower. That is one of the keys to success here, is that is not a single target. That was actually a multi-target. So again, obviously the healers are able to heal that queen through this location. That king has cleared out all the right side of the base, and he's working his way up towards the northern point. But that queen is worked in, taking down the enemy queen, which is not that big of a deal for the miners, but the ice golems is what the problem here is. And so you see the ice golems moving up towards the king's location, and then the queen's going to take out one of those Inferno Towers. Now down here on the bottom side of the base, you're going to see the siege barracks dropped, and you got the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards that come from that, and then you got the miners tying in with them, and they're going to work their way into the base, backed up by those hog riders. So this kind of takes us back to the upgrade order and why I've chosen to upgrade the miners and why I've chosen to upgrade the hog riders so early, because this is what's hot right this second. We got the hog riders that are the higher level that came from the siege barracks, and they're going to basically work their way through the base. You got the miners and the hogs working together. This is incredibly overpowering right now. The queen actually dies. She takes out that ice golem, and she does in fact die. So this lays all of the remaining portion of this base on the shoulders of the hogs and the miners, and you're going to notice that they're going to work their way through some heal spell locations and take down the final defenses. Looks like we only have one archer tower, a few hidden Teslas. I think there's a troll up in the top side of the base, and you got miners coming through and clearing up with the healers, healing them back up. So I mean, again, this is what's hot right now, and you got to be a decent queen walker. You got to be really good with patience and learning how to funnel the outsides of the base. That way the miners and the hogs stay focused inside the base. That's really the key to success with this army right now. And again, this is the hotness right this second, minus that P.E.K.K.A. Hog Rider army, the 4 P.E.K.K.A.s and the Hog Riders. And if you're interested in that, make sure that you go back and check out the video with Clash Bashing and I, because I used that army like twice, 2 or 3 times in the video, and we had a lot of success with it. So anyways, we're going to pull out of that, watch the rest of this replay. That way you can see the army for yourself. And then we're going to go out and do one more live raid and finish up the video on this note. Beautiful attack here by Elena. Great work. I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's go out and see if we can find ourselves a base real quick with our army. And I think we have an army. Yes, we do. And first time try. That's what I'm talking about right there. 4,000 Dark Elixir. I love it. Now, here's the problem. We got a town hall on the bottom side of the base, and we have a Dark Elixir storage in the top side of the base. So I think we're going to take the loss on this one and just grab the dark. Where's the rest of the drills? We got drills down here in the bottom side. Doesn't appear to be a lot of Dark Elixir in that window, so we're just going to focus on grabbing this upper portion. And we're just going to finish it out like this. Let's go ahead and drop our giants. I'm going to save my power potion for later tonight in the stream. That's actually going to be a lot of fun because we're going to use some level 7 barbarians and archers. Let's drop the heal spell right here for these wall breakers. Let's go ahead and drop a rage spell there as well. And the giants are going to power through. Let's go ahead and prep up the jump spell right here for our goblins. And let's clear these storages or collectors over here. We got baby bombs over there, little jerks. And let's send our goblins to the core right here to go after that gold, and then the Dark Elixir. Let's go ahead and drop our rage and our heal, and we got to deal with a dense location with an Eagle Artillery. Not that big of a deal. We grabbed all of his Dark Elixir. We just don't get the Dark Elixir that's down here, which appears to be about 1,200. So either way, we'll take the loss on that. Not that big of a deal. I'm going to drop back down to Gold League anyways by starting the Barch. So I think on that note, that is going to wrap us up for today. We got one more Gob army that we'll use. I'm going to train up a Barch army for later on, and that'll get us started for our wall grind. So we've bounced back up to about 29,000 Dark Elixir, and it doesn't appear to be a lot, but if you play often enough, you'll be able to steal just as much Dark Elixir just as fast. But it's just basically on you and how often you play. If you got anything out of the video today, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.